fun episode of Let's Get Lost. It's the third episode in my Edinburgh series. Today we're going to go a little bit off the beaten path and visit some of those really fun side streets that cut through the city. Now, Edinburgh is the capital of Scotland, as I'm sure you're aware. Population 537,000 people, with a wide range of different things to see, from the amazing Holyrood Palace and Edinburgh Castle to some green spaces like Calton Hill and Arthur's Seat. So lots to see here today. So we're going to start our trip at Waverly Station. Really beautiful centralized location in Scotland. So fun facts about Waverly Station. It was built in 1868. It's the second busiest station in all of Scotland, right after Glasgow Station, which makes sense because a lot of flights come in through Glasgow. It was also the first station to put up a Christmas tree. And when they refurbished the roof, so not the one that you're about to see, but the one on the building, they used 27,400 panels of glass when they did that refurbishing.
So really beautiful,
beautiful station. All right, so we're going to start again at Waverly Station. It really dissects the city in half. So below it, you are going to see the ever beautiful and historic Old Town. Above it, New Town, which is obviously bordered by Princess Street. To the left is Princess Street Gardens, a great way to spend an afternoon. The Scots Monument is something that's impossible to miss. You'll notice to the right, North Bridge is a great way to get across the city, Old Town to New Town, and obviously Carlton Hill up to our top right. So we are going to start again in Waverly Station. All right, so this is a central location. It's a great train station, very easy to get to and get from. So we're going to head up this ramp, and this is what I would suggest is probably your best option to exit. It's an easy, not so steep ramp up. And when we get to the top here, we are going to get to Waverly Bridge, so another way of getting to and from Old Town and New Town. You're going to notice New Town to your right, and the Scots Monument, obviously, hard to miss. And to your left is going to be Old Town, and we're going to go up that street. This is a great central location, so these Airlink buses will actually drop you off right here. So if you're coming in from the airport, very easy to get here. All right, so we're going to end up Waverly Station. We're going to at Waverly Bridge, excuse me. We're going to head up. We're going to go up Coburn Street. It is not written quite in the same way it's pronounced. If you do not pronounce it Coburn, the locals will make fun of you. So I would say keep an eye on this lovely roundabout. It is quite busy and nobody stops. That is one thing I've learned about the UK. So we're going to head up Coburn Street, and there's a lot of great history to Coburn Street, and despite it being a very short street, there are many things to see. So Coburn is named after Mr. Coburn, as you can see here, and there is tons of great locations. So we are going to head up this lovely street. So it's got great shops, it's got a lot of character, and as you head up, you're going to notice a few of those. So to your right is one of the many closes that cut the city. This will bring you up to the Royal Mile. Apologize for that. To your left, a great coffee shop called Milkman. Highly recommend it. Very organic, very fair trade. It's a great place to have a cup of coffee or tea. To our left, we'll have the Malt Shovel. Not my favorite pub in Edinburgh, but still a rather nice one. They've got a nice outdoor area for the beautiful summer months. And you'll see to the top right is the back of the Edinburgh Parliament building. And there is also an exit for King Mary's Close. Not that you can take it; it's boarded off, but it's a fun little thing if you're staying there. All right, so two places I want to point out to you is this amazing gelato place. Hard to miss, big red door, and Gurkha Cafe in Brown to your left. Great Indian food, probably some of the best I've had in Edinburgh. So as we progress up this street, you're going to notice very quaint little shops. Lots of stuff that gives you little knickknacks when it comes to Scotland. Another coffee shop, a great little Mexican place to your left, so Viva Mexico. And as we go up, we're going to stop here for a second. And this was a shot in the second Trainspotting film. You'll see that lovely little image there. But it's a fun movie handoff. Like I mentioned, nice little knickknacks, coffee shops, and we'll have another movie reference as we head up the street. So to your right, Mama Said, or Scott Brothers, which is like a little corner store. And of course, one of the 3 locations of museum context, so the unofficial Harry Potter store. Actually one of my favorites. To the left is my favorite restaurant in all of Edinburgh, which is Lila's. It's a great Mediterranean tapas restaurant, and one of the scenes in Avengers, where Scarlet Witch is thrown into a restaurant while they're in Scotland. That is the restaurant. You can take a picture in front of that that window, and it does say "Broken by Avengers." Another Avengers moment: Scarlet Witch is kissing Vision, and this is the We Fry Kebabs building. So this lovely cupcake shop. So fun little mementos of films that you can check out on Coburn. You'll have the Scotsman's Lounge, a little bit older crowd, and the ever amazing baked potato shop that is both vegan and vegetarian, so I highly recommend. And of course, we are back at the ever beautiful Royal Mile. All right, so a different part of the city to check out is Calton Hill, just to the right of what we're looking at for Waverly Station. This is very easily accessible. You can notice that the path brings you right from the road up there. And let's take a look at what it's like to go up Calton Hill and what you'll find there. So you'll notice there is some stairs actually behind you, but you'll notice that the path isn't very steep after that point. So it is reasonably accessible. Definitely not from the route that we're presently taking because of the stairs. We're just going to jet up this hill because who wants to continue walking? And you will notice some brilliant views very, very soon. So what I love about Calton Hill is the ability to see so much of the city from a really, really interesting vantage point. So from this point, you'll see Leith. You have access to the water, or access to be able to see the water as well, and just the newer parts of the city that you don't normally get to see. Continuing up, we will get to some of the artwork or the sculptures that make up Calton Hill. So, but before we do, we get one of my favorite views of the city, and it's of Arthur's Seat. So, as we turn the camera, this is Arthur's Seat. It is quite the hike, much more difficult, and you'll see what I just highlighted was Dynamic Earth. And, of course, anyone who watched Trainspotting will recognize the peak of Arthur's Seat. All right, so as we continue down, we'll see some more of the artwork that makes up Calton Hill. To my right, which we're about to see right now, was actually a replica of the Pantheon, but unfortunately the city ran out of money, and that's all they built. So there's a lot to discover and see while on Calton Hill. You can spend a good afternoon here. There's some great events for solstice as well. And the last super great view you get to see of the city, just down there you see the ever gorgeous Edinburgh Castle. So highly recommend spending some time at Calton Hill. All right, and the last thing I want to show you guys is Princess Street Gardens, obviously right to the left of Waverly Station. Really, really beautiful gardens. They really extend quite a bit out, lots to see. And in the winter time, around Christmas, they have a beautiful Christmas fair. So you have different food options, drink options. There are rides for children and adults alike. It really is a really beautiful, beautiful way to enjoy the holidays. This year, obviously, because of COVID, it did not happen, and I think a lot of people were quite sad about that. But this is a beautiful way of celebrating the holidays and getting into the Christmas cheer. All right, so the gardens obviously extends quite a bit. You can walk along pretty much the entire route, and it runs obviously along Princess Street. But there are some really beautiful, beautiful views along the way. So we'll just take a quick look at one or two of those. So nice grassy area. There's a cute little statue of a bear up top that I recommend you stopping to check out. And of course, as we turn around, you will see the most beautiful castle in the world. So Edinburgh Castle looks down on the beautiful and green Princess Street Gardens. There is several beautiful views of the castle as we go, as well as a beautiful fountain. So you can see the ends of Princess Street Gardens where the church is. And as we turn, we see the lovely water fountain, and then, of course, the majestic Edinburgh Castle looking down on everyone, and then the parish church of St. Cuthbert at the end. I know it doesn't sound like a place that you'd want to necessarily visit, and I'll say these videos don't do it justice, because the gravestones date back hundreds and hundreds of years. It is a very beautiful place to go to, and as well, like everything else along this stretch, and I apologize for the jerkiness there, you again see a gorgeous view of Edinburgh Castle. So that brings our Edinburgh videos to an end. I want to thank everyone who joined for this 3-video arc, all about one of my favorite cities in the world. Next up, we will be visiting Bath, and soon after, we will be visiting London, which obviously who can not talk enough of. So I want to say a huge thank you to those who are following. If you haven't, please subscribe for more Let's Get Lost videos.